Okay, welcome back to class. I know what you're thinking. You're so much in love with my handwriting. Please manage it. You're welcome. Okay, so now I believe we've learned how to draw the treble clef and the bass clef. So next is this. Now we have the staff. We have the clef. We want to put the two together and see what we can do with it. Like I said, a staff is just a group of horizontal lines. No big deal about it. And then a clef gives meaning. So if I put a treble clef on a normal staff like this, what I have is a treble staff. Now my staff has a meaning. Now, I told you about one information the other time. I said where your clef start from is very important. So for example, my treble clef start from line number 2. I told you to keep that information handy. So now this is where I need it. We said in music we only have how many letters? 7 letters. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Now I'm going to ask you a question very fast. You can pause the video, think about the answer, and see how smart you are before we continue. Now, if my treble clef is also called G clef, and we start from line number 2, what letter do you think should be on line number 2? I will go again. My treble clef is also called G clef, and it starts from line number 2. What line should be on line number 2? Now, let me give you a clue. Line 2 should carry the name of the clef. Line 2 should carry the name of the clef. So if you're correct, the name of the clef is G clef. So the letter that should be on line 2 is G, since line 2 should carry the name of the clef. So I have G on line 2. Now remember we said in music we have 7 letters, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So after G we have A. Now we want to label every line and every space on the staff. So if G is on the line, the space above G, what letter should be there? What is the next letter after G? That is A. So A should go into the space. Now after A is in the space, remember. So we have a line above it. What letter should be there? If you're correct, that is B. So B should be on the next line. Now remember, try and look at what I'm doing. Every letter on the line crosses the line, and the letter in the space enters the space. A is in the space, C is in the space. G is on the line, crossing the line, B is crossing the line. So now after C, the next letter should be D. So D on the 4th line, next is E in the space, F on the line. So now if you look below G, there is a space and there is a line. So now after writing out letters A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, this space is before G. So we should think of a letter before G. What is the letter before G? In the alphabet, of course, that is F. And finally, let's clean that. So the letter before G is F, and so the letter before F is E. E goes on the line. So to make it easy, because in the process of sight singing or sight playing, we will need these letters, very important. So we need to learn a way to remember them easily. So let's pick out the letters and the lines and spaces. So now remember we count our lines and spaces from the bottom. What's the letter on line 1? E. Line 2 is what? G. Line 3, B, D, and F. What's the letter on space 1? F, space 2, A, space 3, C, space 4, E. So how do we remember? There's a mnemonics. It says every good boy deserves Fanta. And for the spaces, we have Father Abraham cooks. Sorry, let me clean that. Cooks egg. Okay, so you're going to put this down, learn it on your own. Make sure you learn it by heart, which means that if I ask you what is the letter on line 3, all you have to do is just every good boy. Okay, that is B. What's the letter on space 2? Father Abraham, that is A. I mean, of a treble staff. What's the letter on line 5 of a treble staff? Every good boy deserves Fanta, that is F. Where's the letter on space 3 of a treble staff? Father Abraham cooks, that is C. Learn that by heart. I will meet in the next class. Thank you. Bye-bye.